So before I get into this review, I read at the end of this Naruto chapter that there won't be no more Naruto chapters until next year. So then I was actually looking around and people were saying that what they meant was actually the next jump year, and the next jump year occurs at the end of November or early December. So if anybody knows exactly what's going on, can you let me know? Because that would really suck not having Naruto until next year. And if that's the case, holy fuck, that really does suck. So this week's chapter, I definitely gotta say I felt a lot better with it than a lot of the previous ones. It mostly feels like an aftermath, but at the same time it felt a lot more of a serious vibe. We did get some of that repetitive nature yet again with Obito, because every time he opens his mouth he can't seem to talk about anything but the light that was Rin. But I felt as though this chapter definitely gave more of a thorough aftermath of what really went down. Now that all the tail beasts are free, one of the tail beasts in particular that caught my eye with what he said was Shukaku. He said he really is. Now, Shukaku wasn't around when Naruto was with all the tail beasts bonding, and what he's probably saying and referring to when he said he really is probably he really is the descendant of the Sage of Six Paths, or he really is the guy that the Sage said would come one day. I think that's what he was referring to. But it's also interesting to see him not laughing like a drunken hyena. I mean, that was Shukaku, right? I can't even front. I was hyped as shit when Sasuke went in for the kill. He was like, yo, I'm going in. And to be honest with you, I felt like it would have been fitting if Sasuke went and finished off Obito, because at the end of the day, that would be him redeeming his clan for one of the people that was involved in the massacre of the Uchiha clan, and he did it like on some badass shit. No, I don't give a fuck. And that's also a glimpse and some foreshadowing into Sasuke that he's not, you know, once again, he's not Mr. Good Guy. He's not Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. He's not here to be, you know, I'm Superman. No, he's here. He don't give a fuck, and he's on his own ideals. So he went in for the kill, even though everybody was going to look at him strange. And he said it before, he's going to be Hokage, but he's probably going to do it on his own terms if he can. Now, Kakashi showing up, although it felt like, wow, how the hell did you pinpoint exactly that Sasuke was going in for the kill to show up at that exact time? Coinky dink, whatever. But then I was like, holy shit, now Kakashi wants to kill this motherfucker. And it felt like a really serious vibe. You got Tsunade, wait, everybody's cheering, like, no, kill him, kill him. And it felt a bit more serious this time around with everything, because it was just like, everybody's cheering on, yeah, kill him, let's go. And then you got Kakashi about to do it. And then Minato showed up. I was like, oh, why are you pissing in my Cheerios, dog? Like, move out of the way. Let Kakashi do what he gotta do and put down this dog once and for all. Although I ain't gonna front. That shit was hilarious when Minato made that joke about Naruto nagging and talking a lot. Like, yeah, he kinda does. And then after that bit, that's where some of the chapters started once again feeling like that same old shit that Obito doesn't stop talking about. It's like he's playing a violin. Just imagine him with a violin. I love me some I don't know, like, the more the chapters go on, the more repetitive it feels, the more he doesn't stop with Rin, and it's just like, there's so many other reasons why as well he could be like this, but he only keeps focusing on Rin. That was when everything went dark, that's when the world went to hell. Yeah, you lost your friend. Sad shit. But look at Kakashi. He lost Obito. Well, he thought he lost Obito anyway. He lost Obito. Rin. Minato is like his father. You don't see him trying to conquer the world, but you only have Rin as your reason. And I wouldn't even be talking about this if he wasn't still going on about it. So from now on, whenever he mentions Rin, I just start thinking in my head, Rin. I also like how Kakashi was keeping it real with him, though. Kakashi was like, you know what? Naruto might fail. It's not 100% guaranteed that he'll be exactly what he's supposed to be or what he needs to be. And he might fail indeed, but he has a better chance than you. And that's because he's a better sensei than Minato was. I mean, where the fuck was Minato in some of those times? I'm just saying. That was interesting. Naruto is heading towards where Madara and Hashirama is. There's smoke. You don't see anything of Madara. You don't see anything of Hashirama. All you see is smoke and Naruto running at them, making, I believe it was a Rasen Shuriken or something. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they are just sitting down talking, probably even having a laugh or some shit, and maybe Hashirama and Madara are talking about how Madara's, you know, revealing everything of, this was my plan all along, yeah, maybe you could call me a bastard, but I was doing this all for peace, and I'm still sticking with that. I mean, we haven't even seen them, and then at the end of the chapter when Naruto is heading towards them, you don't see them fighting or anything. You just see like some smoke. Maybe they're just sitting there talking, reminiscing. Yeah, I know people are dying, but you know, we're going to have a little laugh and I'm going to tell you why I did all this. Then you see footprints at the end of the chapter. I'd imagine that's Naruto's footprints when he was running towards them, or it could be something else, some other force. Overall chapter, definitely felt like it was a lot better, and it felt a lot more serious than a lot of the other chapters that we've had in the past month or so. So good on that bit. Obito spamming his same old shit was, the downfall. Not the downfall, but one of the big negatives of the chapter. But a lot of the good stuff in the chapter. First of all, Sasuke foreshadowing who he really is at this moment and what is his resolve at this particular point. Also him going in looking like a badass. Kakashi going in like a badass, ready to kill Obito, and it takes Minato to stop him. And I think one of the most important things is really what Kakashi said to Obito, honestly, that Naruto might fail. Everything isn't guaranteed. So, if you would have not been such a dick and just went and actually believed, maybe you should have talked to Kakashi. Maybe you should have reasoned with him. Maybe you shouldn't have jumped the gun. Maybe if you would have went back and not actually killed your sensei, things would have been different. But you didn't, and now you just look like a dick. All we need is for Rin to still be alive, and that would make Obito the most idiotic motherfucker in the face of the Naruto universe. All in all, I felt like this was a good chapter. Comparatively speaking to the last week's chapter and some of the, like maybe month's chapters, this was actually good. It felt more serious, and it felt like a more realistic vibe of what's to come. Unfortunately, again, Obito with the same shit, but nonetheless, I'm gonna give this one 7 out of 10. I felt like it was good, and I was actually excited to read it this time around because it just felt like, yeah, this is the aftermath, whatever. It happened, but it feels like we're finally moving forward out of all this, and that's one of the most important things, progressing out of Obito's struggle for his love for Rin. Alright guys, so let me know what you think. First of all, will Naruto actually be gone until next year, or is that till the next jump year? I'm confused on that whole matter right there. And also, what do you think, Madara and Hashirama? Are they really still going at it? Do you think they're just sitting there having crumpets and tea, reminiscing on the good old days and, what life was like back in the simple days? And what do you think is to come regarding Sasuke and, the fate of him? Are they gonna try to put him in prison or some shit for what he did? And what's gonna happen with Obito as well? They're gonna execute him? I'd imagine if he stays alive, if nobody's going to kill this guy right there, he's going to have to be executed. Because what? He's going to be put in a prison and just keep teleporting out of it or something? I know they're not going to forgive him. If they forgive him and have him charged with no crimes whatsoever, I don't even fucking know. Like, somebody better blow up a building or some shit, because at that point, there's no justice system, really. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you're glad that we're finally progressing out of this, because with this chapter, it felt like we're finally past the storm and we're moving forward, and I'm really glad about that. ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.